Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this special day of football here, because it's come around again. It's the first round proper of the FA Cup, and Slough Town are in it for the second season in a row. And we're here today at Gander Green Lane, home of Sutton United, who are from the National League, and Slough Town from the National League South. It should be a good game here. It was a bit brighter here earlier on during the day. It was lovely and sunny. Then it's come over all overcast and very dark, and they're watering the pitch, which normally I thought was a good idea, but when it's a 4G pitch, I didn't know you were supposed to water 4G pitches, but hey ho, there you go. That's all I know, is that they're watering a 4G pitch. So there you go. I don't know what they're doing. I've never known that before. Maybe someone knows more than I do, which isn't hard, to be honest, is so who doesn't know more than me, really? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Gander Green Lane. It's the Emirates FA Cup tie here. And the last time that these two teams met, it finished in a 4-4 draw back in March of 2001. Can we guarantee you that kind of action and goals today? I'm afraid we can't. But it's going to be a very entertaining game for you. We're going to run through a couple of things for you. We'll start with the other FA Cup games featuring National League South teams. And these first three are being played today. That's Chesterfield versus Billericay Town, Torquay United versus Woking, and Tranmere Rovers versus Oxford City. Both Oxford City and Billericay, if they were to win today, would be the first time that they'd ever reached the second round proper. Tomorrow afternoon, it's Weston-super-Mare versus Wrexham, and then on Monday night, just around the corner from where I live, it's Hampton and Richmond Borough versus Oldham Athletic. Those are your FA Cup games featuring non-league South teams. There are 4 league games going on today as well. They are Eastbourne Borough versus Hungerford Town, Hemel Hempstead Town versus Gloucester City, St Albans City versus Chippenham, and it's Wealdstone versus Bath. So coming up for you, a couple of things for you. If this game is tied after 90 minutes, the replay will actually be Tuesday the 20th of November. It's once you get to the first round proper, it's a 10-day wait before the replay. So if you're can't make the game, it does end in a draw, don't come down to Arbor Park on Tuesday, because Slough won't be there. Instead, Slough will be this Tuesday away to Chalfont St Peter in the Berks and Bucks Cup. Just a reminder, there'll be no commentary of that game that evening, but Slough will be away on Tuesday on the Berks and Bucks Cup. And then a week today, Slough have a big game where they're home to Woking. Yes, the old battle with Woking will recommence. Just a reminder that game will be segregated, and that is on police and club advice. So Saturday's game will be segregated, as it is here today, here at the Gander Green Lane. If you would like to get in contact with me here, I am your hostess today. If you haven't heard, my name is Aid. Please feel free to get in contact with me in any kind of way. You can do so on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. That's all one word, all in lowercase. Or as some of you have already done, you can contact me on the chat room on the YouTube page that you're listening to. So already good afternoon to David Randall, Michael McGranahan, Ian and Paul. So there we go. What's going on? I was going to describe the ground. So if you've never been to Gander Green Lane, we're sat here in a wonderfully large press area, which is absolutely chock-a-block. So I've taken 2 seats because I'm greedy. And then we're in this big stand here on this near-hand side. And opposite us, there's a terrace stand on the far-hand side, which is roughly halfway between each part of the pitch, and it straddles the halfway line. Then behind each goal is some terraced covered terracing. Slough are in the goal area to our right, and they will be staying there because it is segregated here today, and Sutton United will be down on the left hand side. I'd say at the moment, I'd guess there's roughly around about 300 Slough fans in here at the moment, and they've been making a little bit of noise already for this moment. Team news for you, if you haven't already heard, Chris Flood sustained an eye injury on Thursday evening and is not in the squad. Just as I said, that Slough fans start singing. So I'll run through the 2 sides for you for the first time this afternoon, starting with Sutton United, who play in amber and chocolate shirts. That's colour, not chocolate. You can't go and eat them. Don't try that. They play in amber shorts and amber socks. In goal for them is number 26, Jamie Butler. 2 is Dale Bennett. 3, Aswad Thomas. 5 is Charlie Clough. 6 is the captain, Jamie Collins. 7 is Tom Ballerina. 8 is Kenny Davis, who's the only change to their side from the last game. 10 is Jonah Ayunga. 11 is Kieran Kajgun. Apparently that's how you pronounce it. 15 is Craig Eastman, and 24 is Aaron Drinan. Substitutes for Sutton United this afternoon are 1 Ross Warner, who's the goalkeeper. 4 is Dean Beckwith. 16 Nicky Bailey. 18 is Wayne Brown. 19 is Harry Buterman. 21 Dan Wishart, and 23 is Josh Taylor. For the Rebels, who are in their all-away kit of light blue shorts and light blue socks. In goal for them is Jack Turner. 2 Josh Jackman. 3 coming back into the side is George Wells. 4 is Sam Togwell. 5 is captain Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 James Dobson. 8 Scott Davis. 9 Ben Harris, the other change for Slough. Matty Stevens wears 10. 11 Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels this afternoon are 12 Sean Fraser. 14 Guy Hollis. 15 is Nathan Smart. 16 Simon Dunn. Goalkeeper is 17 Trent Phillips. 18 is Louis Saws. And 19 Manny Williams. Louis Saws' brother last night played for AFC Wimbledon. There's the Sutton United manager just waving here at the main stand. So we'll run through those 2 sides for you again. 4 officials here this afternoon, and the 2 sides are just being led out here at the moment. The referee is Sam Perkis. His 2 assistants are Louis Marks, Jonathan Block, and the 4th official is Scott Williams. Good afternoon to Graham, James and Tosh, who are listening in this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. So we're just going to run through. The 2 sides have just been introduced to the fans on this near hand. So not a big crowd here this afternoon. For some reason, the Sutton United fans are in the front of us making the noise. The ones to the side, no noise whatsoever. I hope they do sit down. Okay, so the starting 11s for the 2 sides for you this afternoon. It's going to be a minute's silence for Remembrance Sunday, so we're just going to do that first. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We've had the playing of the bugle, and then we've had a minute's silence and applause there. So very well observed there. So the two sets of teams are just being introduced to each other here. So just a quick rundown of those starting 11s for you. For Sutton United, in goal is Jamie Butler. Dale Bennett wears 2, 3 Aswad Thomas, 5 is Charlie Clough, 6 is captain Jamie Collins, 7 Tom Ballarinwa, 8 is Kenny Davis, 10 Jonah Ayunga, 11 is Kieran Cadogan, 15 is Craig Eastman, 24 is Aaron Drinnan. For the Rebels, it's goalkeeper Jack Turner, 2 is Josh Jackman, 3 George Wells, 3 is Sam Togwell, 5 is captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Scott Davies, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Maddie Stevens, 11 Warren Harris. We are going to bring you all of the action this afternoon, so please don't go anywhere. We'll try and keep you up to date with the scores for the teams as well in other games in our league. Just a reminder how big this is for some of the games. Billericay and Oxford City have never ever got past the first round proper, and that's how much it means to teams and players and clubs. And this is it. There's a good picture of the Slough Town fans on the website here. There's roughly about 350 here maybe here now at the moment, and it's we're just waiting for the photos to be done in the centre of the pitch, and then we will start today's game. And it's going to be just doing the photos take a long time. We've got a mascot here at Sutton United. Well, I mean mascot, I don't mean a young kid. There is a Slough mascot here as well. But we've got Jenny the giraffe, who's absolutely huge. Tallest person on the pitch is Jenny the giraffe. Be great at corners. Although I don't understand how. I didn't know Sutton was known for its giraffe facilities, and maybe you can see giraffes from our standpoint. I don't know. It's just a strange thing that they got a giraffe as a thing. But there you go. Hey, witless, boring, useless information, which is normally what you get from us here at Rebels Radio. Thanks as usual to our two sponsors. They are My Football Club, the online football community, and the Slough Town Supporters Trust, who back us all the way and have both been there for the start. It's going to be, the referee is just going to go through to the two sides. It looks as though there'll be no change in how it is. So Slough will be shooting the first half from right to left. And it's Sutton United with the kick-off here this afternoon. Just waiting for the referee to get today's game underway. The Slough fans in good voice here at the moment so far. The referee just indicated. I've never heard so many fans in the stand sing. They don't want to go behind the goal. They like their creature comforts. That is it. That's the whistle here for the start of today's game. Oh God. What do I do? And the ball has immediately gone straight out of play for a throw here to Sutton United from the kickoff. They had the kickoff, and the throw will be taken here by Bennett in front of our commentary position. Throws it back here towards Clough, who's wearing a bandage. He's easy to reach. Ben Harris on the chase and almost blocks Butler's clearance. Ball come here to Davies. Davies goes down under the tackle. Lee Togwell trying to get there. Pushed off the ball there, and the ball played forwards here for Aaron Drinnan. First chance for Sutton United. It's well blocked by Sam Togwell. Ball given away though by George Wells. Ball comes in here, and it's won back here by Ballarinwa, who plays it across here to the captain of Sutton United, Collins. Out on the far hand side to Thomas. Thomas put the ball in. It's again being picked up here by Sutton United. Slough just can't get to the ball here. It's here at the moment with a younger ball played out on the far hand side. Dobson will get there first for Slough, heads it away, but Slough wait for the ball, and it breaks here to Stevens. Stevens just inside his own half, just gets a little push on the back. Referee says that's the first foul of the game, and a free kick to the Rebels. It's about 10 yards inside the Sutton United half, and James Dobson and George Wells standing over this Nisbet and Sam Togwell being sent forwards here for this free kick, which Dobson will take here left-footed. He's just going to play it in low. It's been hooked clear though by Sutton United. It'll come back out here though to George Wells, and Wells just plays it back forwards. They're looking for someone to win the header. Won by Lee Togwell. The ball comes through on this far-hand side, kept in by Bolarimwa. Finds Bennett. Bennett with the clearance high into this grey sky, and Sam Togwell heads the ball away. Wells misses it, but gets a second chance to clear. Not the best of clearances by George Wells. Dobson tries to keep the ball in and does so, but gives the ball away, and it's here with Drinnan. Drinnan being forced wide, gives it to Bennett. Bennett just chipping the ball forwards here, looking for an offside, and that is offside here against Sutton United. And a free kick here to Slough. And the Slough fans totally out-singing Sutton United fans here. Some of them have got these clappers. But it's going to be Jack Turner commentate this free kick for the Rebels. A couple of yards outside of his penalty area. Jack Turner all dressed in his white kit this evening, or this afternoon. Long ball played out here, looking for Ben Harris on the far hand side. Beaten to the ball by Collins. It'll be one back here by Scott Davis. His header finding Lee Togwell, headed on by him. Then it's headed up in the air here for Ben Harris to knock forwards for Stevens. It's headed back to the goalkeeper by Collins and into the hands of Butler safely, with Stevens trying to do it. Long kick here by Butler will go all the way through. Wells is just seeing the ball out of play, but it's Wells kept in well here by Bolarimwa. He's trying to find Bennett. Bennett gets a little push here and can't keep the ball in. It's gone out for a throw right by the corner flag. Thought the referee might have pulled that back for a foul, but it's a throw for Slough right by their own corner flag. George Wells has come here to take this throw to try and get some distance on this towards Dobson, who flicks the ball on. It's out of the reach of Davis, but finds Clough. Clough goes back here towards Collins, chased down by Stevens, and back here towards Butler, the Sutton United goalkeeper with a short sleeve top on this afternoon, and then plays the ball on the far hand side, trying to find the run of a Younger, but he can't keep the ball in. It's gone out of play for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. The first touch of the ball for Josh Jackman on the far side, back in as right back after 2 games playing in the left back position. And it's Jackman with this throw forwards, trying to find Matt Stevens. Stevens thinking he was fouled. Lee Togwell heads it back on. Stevens uses his body to shield the ball, but it's a foul by Stevens. And a free kick to Sutton United, 10 yards inside their own half, and it'll be taken by their captain Collins. He's actually just going to leave it now for Butler, the goalkeeper, to come across to take. Nice to say, goalkeeper dressed in green. And just a reminder that this game is segregated, so the Slough fans will be stuck down that far hand side for the entire game. As Butler takes this free kick here for Sutton United. Ball played into the box here, and Clough rises up high. Ball comes through on the far hand side. Shot on target, saved by Jack Turner, and he gathers the rebound there. And good save that came in on the far hand side by Collins. Long ball here by Turner. It's hooked clear away by Eastman. Ball comes out here though to still being won by Sutton United. Ball play forwards by Thomas. Thomas's ball is looking for Drinnan, but he can't get to the ball, and it's out of play by Sam Togwell for, it must have come off the Sutton United player actually. It's a throw to Slough. Good afternoon to Sean Harding, who's listening in. Benjamin Field listening in. Still 0-0 here, early days. And it's a throw here for Slough, taken by Jackman, who goes all the way back to Turner, and the Slough goal being chased down here by Drinnan. Played forwards here looking for Dobson. Dobson trying to flick the ball on. Flicks it on well, only as far as Davis. Davis's ball comes to Nisbet. Little cushion header by him, finds Davis. Davis with the ball inside, finding Ben Harris. Finds Warren Harris on the far hand side. Just hits Warren Harris, and he can't control it. It's cleared in the end by Thomas for a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side, about halfway inside the Sutton United half. It is a strange atmosphere that the Sutton United fans making the noise are all sat in this main stand. So there you go. We're just waiting for a ball to come in before we have this throw. And Josh Jackman will take this throw for the Rebels. Long throw forwards here, trying to find Slough looking for a free kick. The referee says play. And ball's here with Warren Harris. Comes off Harris last, but it's gone out for a corner. Came off Harris last. It should have been a goal kick, but it's a corner here to the Rebels, and that's a sign for Sam Togwell and Mark Nisbet to go forwards. James Dobson already lining this up. This will be an in-swinging corner here for Slough. And It's Dobson in his quality ball. It is a quality ball. It's coming out here, and it's going to be one back here by Davis. Davis spreads it out. Good ball out on the far hand side to Dobson. Dobson gets a second chance. Puts across into the far post. Headed back out, and it's going to be cleared here by Eastman. Hits him on the... so it's a Younger in the end who's got the ball. Back here towards Bennett. Bennett's clearance with Slough chasing the ball down, and it comes off the back of Wells, and Scott Davis will just see it back here to Jack Turner. And Turner again being chased down here by Drinnan. Ball forwards looking for Stevens. Headed away by Clough. Comes in towards Eastman. Lee Togwell gets a touch to the ball, and it's cleared again by the right back Bennett, but that's all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal, who just chests it down inside the area before looking to pick the ball up. And again, Drinnan is the player who chases it down, forces Jack Turner to pick the ball up. Drinnan standing right in the goalkeeper's way, but Turner, long kick down the field here. Underneath it is James Dobson. Flicked on by Ben Harris, looking for Stevens. Stevens trying to get goal side. Hook cleared by Bennett, the right back. And it comes here through to Eastman. Eastman under pressure, though, from a couple of Slough players. Fouled by Ben Harris. And a free kick here to Sutton United. Taken quickly here by Clough. Looking for Bolarinwa on the far hand side. He chests the ball down. Great tackle, though, by Josh Chapman. Wins the ball and gives the ball here for Stevens. Stevens running from the halfway line. Still running the ball. We're 20-30 yards. Gets to the edge of the box. Needs to get a decent cross in. He's going to have to turn away. He's been guided here by Collins. And in the end, it comes off Aswad, the right left back, for a throw to Slough. Right about 8 yards away from the corner flag. And Josh Chapman is the player that goes across to take this throw for Slough. He's just looking for a little bit of movement. It comes from Dobson. Dobson just gets a little push in the back and gives the ball away here to Bolarin, with a ball here for Nisbet to chase. He's got the pace to get there and goes back towards Turner in the Slough goal. And a long kick by him, aimed here towards Warren Harris, trying to hold the ball but shaking off the ball. It's here with Eastman. Eastman decides to Davis, gets the ball back to Eastman, then spreads it out here to a Younger. Younger trying to turn here and play the ball in. He's just played a little bit behind the player, but it's still being kept alive here by Cadogan, and he finds Bennett down the right hand side. Ball back into the edge of the box here for Cadogan. Slips past a couple of challenges. Nisbet comes in and clears and finds Dobson. Dobson plays it over the top here for Stevens to chase. Stevens in a foot race here with Thomas, and Thomas gets there first and then goes down very easily there, and it's a free kick to Sutton United. Very soft free kick there given. Hardly any kind of movement. And it's a free kick on the far hand side, which the goalkeeper is going off to take. About 10 yards outside of his penalty area. And again, it's the Slough fans making all the noise here at Gander Green Lane, home of Sutton United. And it's a long kick here by Butler, aimed towards Drinnan, comes off the head of Nisbet. And Dobson keeps the ball in, plays it down the line here for Ben Harris to chase. Clough's there first for Sutton United, goes back towards his goalkeeper Butler, takes a touch for it, and Harris tries to close it down. But it's a good clearance in the end, comes off the back of Wells's head. It should have been a throw to Sutton, but it's a throw to Slough. Don't understand that. Clearly came off the back of Wells's head. Quick throw in towards Nisbet, gets the ball back towards Wells. Wells just skips past the challenge, just gets caught from behind there. Slough looking for a free kick. The referee says no. The ball's here with Davis. Played back in here, and it's hooked down the line here for Woodward to chase, but he's got no chance of catching that, and now to play for a throw to Slough. Early days gone, 2 minutes gone so far, still 0-0 between these two sides. Just a reminder that if it does finish as a draw, the replay will be on the 20th of November. That will be a week Tuesday. Now we're into the proper round. Apparently professionals can't play 2 games in a week. Ball comes in from the throw there. It comes all the way through to Clough, who just skies it straight up in the air. It's gone straight out of play for a throw, which Dobson wants to try and take quickly, but he's going to leave it behind here for George Wells to come across to take. Going for Ben Harris. Ben Harris looking for a foul for a push in the back. Not given by the referee. Nisbet there. A little cushion header finds George Wells. Wells hooking the ball on, finding Stevens. Stevens does well to play the ball in here towards Ben Harris. Harris, little back hit. Oh, tried to find Stevens, but it's hooked clear by Bennett. Togwell wins header for Slough, and it's here with Dobson. First chance for him to run at the Southern United defence. Oh, hits it with the outside of his foot. Eastman clears. Only as far as Nisbet, who just dummies the ball. Lets it run through to Jack Turner and Slough goal a couple of yards outside of his box. And a long kick by him, aimed towards Warren Harris. It's headed away by Thomas. It'll be a throw to Slough on the far hand side. And the Slough fans in fantastic voice here this afternoon, all crammed in under that little stand. The throw comes in, took him for Stevens, headed away by Clough. It'll be another throw here for Slough. And around about 20 yards away from the goal. Some late arrivals still coming in. And then it's going to be Scott Davies who's going to take this throw. So a little bit of a longer throw into the box here for Slough. And Davies just lining this one up here for the throw. Long throw into the box. Aim towards Nisbet. Nisbet does well to flick the ball on. Stevens tries to get it. Goes down in the box. No foul given, and Davies can hook the ball clear here for Sutton United. Trying to find Drinnan on the far hand side. Josh Jackman seeing him off. Drinnan gets there first. Oh, and he skips past the challenge of two Slough players, but the ball had gone out of play for a throw to Slough. And the two Slough players have stopped immediately, and it looked a lot more than it was. But it's a throw to Slough on the far hand side. And the small bunch of fans with their clappers in front of me making some noise. It's a free kick here for Slough. Just inside their own half. And Jack Turner's just going to get the ball here at the moment. Early days here, still just coming up to 13 minutes gone. Still 0-0 between the two sides. Sam Togwell takes the free quick early. It's here with Scott Davies. Brings the ball good 20 yards. Plays the ball in. Takes the deflection. Stevens tries to get the Slough, got the ball. And it was James Dobson who got there first, but he couldn't keep the ball. And he's looking for a corner. And it has been given as a corner to Slough. The save from Butler it was. As the ball in took a deflection and Dobson tried to get there before the keeper got a touch to it. Forced to say wasn't going goalwards, but the save was there. And Slough have a corner on this far hand side, which Dobson will take. I forgot to pack a coat this afternoon, and it's supposed to rain. It's already cold. It's raining now. I can just see the rain coming down. So I'm in for a good afternoon. Dobson's take this free kick corner, at the back post. Oh, and Butler dropped the ball, but gathered the ball at the second attempt and tries to get Drinnan on the attack down that far hand side. Well spotted though by George Wells, who chests the ball down and then moves into the centre circle and plays the ball forward, trying to find the run of Ben Harris. Thomas though plays it back here to Collins, the captain, who hammers the ball down. Sam Togwell gets there first for the Rebels, but played up in the air. Bolwin wins the ball, and it's played out here to a Younger playing on the right hand side. Played it off George Wells. It's a really good challenge by George Wells, actually. Played it off a Younger, and it's spun all the way back through to Turner in the Slough goal. Plays it out quickly towards Jackman. Pushes him under a little bit of pressure, but Jackman gives it back to Turner. And Turner goes for the long ball down the field here. Clough will be underneath it with the header away. Only as far as Lee Togwell. Little cushion header by him finding James Dobson. Dobson trying to turn Bennett. Just turns two players. Tries to go past, but Bennett strong in tackle. And then plays a little ball in, picked up though by Scott Davies. Little ball over the top here for Dobson. Oh, Dobson doesn't get the best of touches. Stevens tries to get there, but Clough goes back towards the goalkeeper under real pressure from Ben Harris. He almost gets to the ball. And then Younger gets a touch on the head. Nisbet little cushion header finding Togwell just inside his own box. Togwell with the ball over the top, but that will go through to Butler, the Sutton United goalkeeper. And he looks very strange because he's all dressed in green. He's got black boots, which very few players have black boots on. Butler plays the ball forward, looking for a Younger. Comes off the head of George Wells. It's a throw to Sutton United. And it's about 10 yards inside the Slough half. And it'll be Bennett, the right back, who comes across to take this one. Rangers starting to come down a little bit heavier here this afternoon. Ball played in. Togwell tries to get it. Comes off Davis last. It's a throw to Slough. Good work there by Lee Togwell. Just running back thinking, I've given the ball away, but it wasn't. Slough wearing black armbands. I just remember it Sunday got a little poppy on the black armbands as well. Nice little touch there from Slough as Wells takes his throw, finding Sam Togwell, bringing the ball out. Drinnan tries to close him down. Ball over the top here for Stevens to chase, headed away by Collins, finding Eastman under pressure, goes back towards the goalkeeper Butler, and Butler clears long for Sutton United. Sam Togwell underneath the header, can't get to touch it. It's flicked on here for Drinnan to trace, and Jackman just puts that into the main stand on the far hand side. And now to play for a throw to Sutton United. And Sean's asking if I'm getting wet. Thankfully, Sean, I'm actually in the covered stand. I'm not getting wet, I'm just frozen. Wait for this throw on the far hand side from Thomas to come in. And Thomas finally puts the throw into a Younger. Great challenge there by Sam Togwell. Stevens will try and chase it, but Butler comes to almost the halfway line to clear this ball long back in. And Warren Harris hooks the ball away, flicked on by Lee Togwell, comes off the head of Ayunga, been played through to Thomas, the left back in a forward position, finds Davis, the ball-headed centre midfielder, who plays it here towards Bennett, the right back, being closed down by Scott Davis, played in here. Nisbet skips the challenge, loses it out here to Cadigan, who shoots from distance, but it's well wide of the goal. But the second effort of the game from Slough, from Sutton United. And James wants to know how many are here. I think there's a good 300, 350. Trouble is, they're all cramped in that little bit of space now as the rain is coming down here at Sutton United. Long kick here, headed away though in the centre by Baruna. Hooked on though by Ben Harris, trying to find Dobson, but it's cleared by Bennett. Ball still in the air. Nisbet's underneath it for Slough. It'll come through to Sam Togwell, who heads it on. Ben Harris trying to get it touched to it. Eastman gets a win in there, but it's won by Lee Togwell. Finding Scott Davis. Ball played forward here for Stevens to chase, but it's too close to Butler, the goalkeeper. And he played it, rolls it out here towards Clough. Back in towards Davis. Here towards Clough. Played in. Davis chasing well for Slough. And it's hooked down the field here by Butler. Wells with the header away. He comes into the centre where it finds Eastman. Eastman plays the ball forward in here toward Bolarinwa. He turns well and plays it out on the far hand side to Ayunga, who's popping up on different places. Ball played into Eastman. Has to go back to Collins, the Sutton United captain. Finding Clough, who's got a white bandage on his head. He's easy to spot. Back out here towards Bennett. Sutton United keeping the ball well here. The ball finds Drinnan. Inside here towards Cadigan. Cadigan crosses first time. But let's just say that the only person that's endangering is the ball boy on the far hand side, and his cross goes straight out of play. And no good you lot winding me up saying I should have bought a coat. I know I should have bought a coat. No need for you lot to keep reminding me. Hands aren't blue yet, so we're okay. As Turner looks to take this goal kick for Slough. And his kick just catches in the wind. Flicked on well by Scott Davis. In towards Stevens. Stevens finding Warren Harris. Stevens gets brought down here, and the referee has played on, but then Ben Harris had chased the ball, but then the referee pulls it back because Slough had stopped. Stevens brought down here by the captain Collins. He's just getting a chalking to from the referee. And it's just a stern chat from the referee this afternoon, Mr. Perkis. And Slough have a free kick roughly around 35 to 40 yards away from goal. It's level with the 6-yard tram line as you look at it. And it's the Slough fans in making the noise here. Wells has just come down this left-hand side to create a bit of space. It pulls a player out of position, so it's now just a one-man wall here for Sutton United. Dobson takes it, floats it to the back post. Goalkeeper comes and punches. It hits Lee Togwell on the head, and Warren Harris is first to the ball for Slough. Plays it back here towards Chapman. Chapman under pressure, has to go back towards the goalkeeper Turner. And Turner, long kick down the top here, looking for Nisbet, who's still forwards here. Headed away though by Sutton United. Comes here to Ayunga. Ayunga's little touch finds Bolarinwa, having his shirt pulled by Dobson. Back here towards Eastman. Eastman dallies on the ball, gives it to Davis. Back out here towards Bennett. Bennett's little touch inside here, and the ball will find Aswad Thomas, who's come through. Ball on here, played into Eastman. Eastman now finds the ball on the far hand side towards Thomas. A bit more space down that left hand side. Crosses first time. It's a good cross, but it's over the top of the bar and out of play for a goal kick. Well watched over there by Jack Turner. But a good spell of play there by Sutton United. And Slough just struggling to get into this game in a forward way. And it's Jack Turner to take this kick for Slough. And one man behind the Sutton United goal that they're defending started a chant on his own. Ben Harris here flicks the header on, cleared by Clough, only as far as Scott Davis. Davis back in towards Dobson in a central position. Dobson loses the ball, but the one back by Lee Togwell. Little ball here for Jackman. Josh Jackman takes it in his stride down the near hand side. Skips past the challenge. Does he get too far in? He gets the crossing. No, it's just out of play though. Good play though by Josh Jackman down that far hand side. But unfortunately, couldn't keep the ball in. It's out of play for a goal kick to Sutton United. And 21 minutes gone here, 0-0. And just that one save by Jack Turner that's It's the only point to note really at the moment, as Butler takes this goal kick here for Sutton United. In these horrible grey overcast afternoon here, rain just easing. It's still raining, but it's easing up. Flicked on here for Drinnan to chase. He's going to keep the ball in. He doesn't. He goes out of play for a goal kick. He gives the linesman a look there to say, I don't think the whole ball was out of the play, but there you go. And some Sutton United fans are on the far hand side are making a little bit of noise. They just started to sing. I think the Slough fans are just trying to understand what they're singing first before they reply. Ball played here towards Jackman. Jackman down the field looking. Oh, that's a foul by Collins, and he's got to get a booking in a second because the referee just spoke to him, and he's just gone straight through the back of Matt Stevens there for a foul. And no yellow card though from the referee, just a talking to. Bald Ravens listening in. And he's got Dave the Rave with him as well. So obviously you went to Eastbourne. And it's a free kick here for James Dobson State. 40 yards away. It's more on the right hand side. Dobson whips this one with a little pace. Goalkeeper again punches it. Not the best of clearances by him. Comes off the head of Sam Tugwell. Shot by Warren Harris. It's saved. Ben Harris always put it over the top of the bar from 6 yards. It's a glorious opportunity. The first shot comes from Warren Harris. Great effort by him. Forced to save by Butler. Butler couldn't catch a cold at the moment. Fumbled the ball to Ben Harris, and Butler tried to get back, but really that should have been 1-0 to the Rebels. And it's he just tried to just lift it over the goalkeeper who was trying to get back into place. He lifted it over the bar as well, but good effort by Slough so far. And Dobson wins the header. It flicks to him. Ball played forward here for Stevens. Headed away by Clough. Eastman wins the next header. Then it's flicked on by Bolarimba. Headed away by Nisbet. Bolarimba will try to keep the ball in, and Dobson gets there first for Slough. Hits Eastman on the hand, and that'll be a free kick to the Rebels. Accidental handball there, but handball all the same. And George Wells standing over this free kick here for Slough, 10 yards inside their own half. And he's just looking for a bit of movement from the Slough players. Plays it in, looking for Stevens. Headed away by Collins. Not the best of headers. Comes through to Thomas. He doesn't make the best of touches. Warren Harris flicks it on. Stevens is offside. And it's a free kick here for the home team, as Stevens almost on the end of that Warren Harris flick on, but offside. And a free kick to Sutton United. And Butler, the Sutton goalkeeper, will take this free kick. Coming up to 25 minutes gone. Still 0-0 between the two sides. And Butler takes this one in towards Bolarimba. Comes off the head of Wells. Still in play. Drinnan flicks the ball on. One here by Davis. Davis skipping past a couple of challenges, but only going sideways. Plays it on the far hand side here to Oyunga. Oyunga finds Thomas on the overlap. Thomas floating the ball in. And I think that Cadigan was looking to try and overhead kick it. The ball comes through to Ben Harris. Got caught there. And the referee says no foul. It's a freak. The ball's here with Bennett. Harris has gone down injured for Slough. The ball played forward to Jack Turner. It was trying to find Drinnan, but Turner got to the ball. And Harris just gets to his feet here. Just got caught there with a bit of a late challenge. The referee missed that one. And Turner, long ball down the field. Dobson trying to flick the ball into the path of Stevens. Stevens tries to hold it up. Bennett gets a touch to it. Bennett goes down with looking for a foul. Stevens holds him off well. And this time it's a free kick though by Manny Stevens for a foul there. And free kick to Sutton United, 15 yards inside their own half. As the Sutton fans in front of us try to get their team going. They've got those clappers that Leicester City have. Butler takes this free kick. It's a good free kick right into the box. Sam Togwell gets a push in the back as he heads it away, and it's a free kick here to Slough Town inside their own penalty area, but good defending by Sam Togwell, but fouled in the process. And the rain has just stopped here for a little bit at Gander Green Lane. And again, I can't understand it. Collins is the person that's fouled, and the referee's already spoken to him once. He's then fouled again. He was the one that just committed the foul again. And again, the referee just chats to him. How many times can he let him get away with these fouls before he books him? It's Turner to take this free kick here for Slough from inside his pen. It catches in the wind, which just picks up a little bit. And Ben Harris tries to head the ball on. It's flicked on by Nisbet here, and well, it's Stevens flicking it on, trying to find Warren Harris, who'd gone into a central position, but the ball runs through to Butler in the Southern goal, who plays it out again, looking for Bollarima on the far hand side, keeps the ball in well, and then finds Bennett with the ball forward to Drinnan, ball over the top here to Bollarima down his right hand side, crosses the ball in too close to Jack Turner. It's an easy claim for the Slough goalkeeper, and in his 6-yard box takes that confidently down. And it's Turner now with a longer kick down the field here. Stevens trying to get to it. Comes off the head of Thomas, and Clough hooks the ball away. Only as far as Lee Tugwell. Trying to find Warren Harris. Harris just beaten to the ball by Thomas, and it's hooked clear. And the ball will come through to Sam Togwell. And the ball played back here to Turner. Well, Turner just has to take it on his wrong foot there, but still gets a good clearance down the ball. Ben Harris beaten to the ball by Clough. Ball comes through to Wells. Wells with the ball down the field. Bennett hooks it straight at Dobson. And Dobson has the ball here inside the Sutton United half. He's got Ben Harris. He just tried to play the ball into Stevens and tries to win the ball back. But it's here with Eastman inside to Bollarima. And Dobson still chasing the ball down that he gave away. But the ball's here with Clough. Crosses on the far hand side, trying to find Thomas. Thomas has to come back a few yards to pick the ball up. And it's back here with Collins, the Sutton United captain. He plays the ball across here to Clough. Clough's ball forward, comes off the head of Bollarima, and then Wells just heads it back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it's ball played forward. Slough looking for a free kick again for a foul on Stevens, but it's won back here by Wells, and Wells finds Dobson. Dobson could cross first time for Warren Harris, who's in the box. He just chests it the wrong way. Clough goes back towards the goalkeeper, Butler. Butler just hooks the ball up. He plays a little bit of keepy-uppy there. And the two sevens battle for the ball. It's come here to George Wells, just shielding the ball well from Drinnan, and now to play for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Wells towards Dobson. Dobson back in towards Wells. Wells skips past the challenge, tries to turn, and then has to play it down the line here for Warren Harris, who's playing a little bit forward play. Clough hooks the ball away, though, for Sutton United. Comes here towards Eastman. Eastman chests it and then hooks the ball over the top of his head. Well, and then Nisbet heads it back here for Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just grasps that ball there, holding on for as Drinnan likes to stand in front of his position. Poor kick here by Turner, but it finds Dobson. Dobson's flick on finds Ben Harris. Ben Harris trying to turn, holds the ball up well, slides in on the challenge there, and gets it's a free kick from Ben Harris here on Eastman, and he just stretched for the ball there, and I think Ben just explaining to the referee that he'd been caught the same way and it's any different. The referee just going to pull him over, and Mark Nisbet, the Slough Town captain. And it's just a talking to Ben Harris from the referee, Mr. Perkis. And the referee just explaining that he's just got to calm down a little bit as Ben. And it's going to be Butler to take this free kick for Sutton United. 10 yards inside his own half. Plays the ball forward on the far hand side. Headed across the 18-yard box here towards Clough. Clough finding Bollarima. He turns and shoots from distance. And it's well wide of the goal. And way off target. And just waiting for Jack Turner to take this kick. It's aimed towards Ben Harris, won back by Sutton United. And Drinnan kept the ball in. Ball played in here. It's come across here towards Cadigan. Finds a younger. Oh, lovely ball played in here to Eastman. Eastman into the box. Oh, what a superb challenge that is by Warren Harris for Slough. And Sam Togwell can clear for the Rebels. Ball here for Stevens to chase. It's excellent defending by Warren Harris. Eastman inside the box, just looking to shoot. And Warren Harris gets a touch to it. Slough looking for a free kick for a foul on Wells. Ben Harris flicks it on. It's out of play for a throw. And it's going to be a throw here for Sutton United. Taken quickly and finds Davis. Davis spreads it out on the far hand side here towards Thomas. Thomas bringing the ball forwards on the far hand side. Finds Cadogan, who's now appearing on the left hand side. Inside here towards Davis. Davis back in towards Cadogan. Cadogan trying to play the ball in, looking to try and play the ball. Nisbet won the ball, but he's just out of position now as Davis has it back here for Sutton United. Played in a little 1-2-4 Drinnan. Played out wide here with the ball. Played it here towards Bennett. Bennett shoots, and the less said about that, the better. That was well wide of the goal, but again Sutton United getting the space down this side. What they're doing is they're working into the centre of the Slough defence and they're moving the ball wide, and Slough have got to come to terms with that one. But it's a goal kick here to Slough. We've played 32 minutes. It's still 0-0 between the two sides. We will try and keep you up to date with the scores from other games as well. Ball played in here, looking for Ben Harris. Good little flick on here. Comes off the head of Bennett for a throw to Slough. And Dobson will let George Wells come to take this throw. And Wells inside towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris trying to hold the ball up here. And now tries to turn. Loses the ball, but it comes out here towards Nisbet, who chips the ball forward for Dobson to chase. Clough lets it come across his body. Then has to hook the ball away. And it's a throw for Slough, level with the 18-yard box of the Sutton United half. And Slough will just wait here for Scott Davies to come across to take this. It's just wiping the ball clean here. The rain has stopped here at the moment at Gander Green Lane. But Davies to a long throw into the box here for the Rebels. And Davies trying to get some distance on it. It's not the best of throws. Headed away by Davies. Well, pushing the back there on Davies, and it's a foul to Slough and a free kick in a very dangerous position here. It's right on the corner of the box, around about a foot or two in. Ben Harris is the player that's put the ball down. The referee's just brought it back a few yards, but Ben Harris has put the ball. He wants this free kick. Dobson standing in front of the ball. He's just walking away from it now. Scott Davies is standing there. I think Dobson's maybe saying to Ben, make sure that this is a good one, or otherwise I'll be taking the next one. But Davies and Ben Harris standing over this free kick. It's right on the corner of the box, but a couple of yards out, so around about 20 yards away from goal. Scott Davies is actually going to be the player that takes it. He's going to wait for Ben Harris to get into the box, and he plays it in far hand side. Hooked clear. Oh, comes to Nisbet, a little bit behind him. Finds Warren Harris, who shoots. Ball's blocked. Ball still bouncing around in the penalty area. Lee Togwell gets headed to, but straight at the goalkeeper. And it's here with Butler, the Southern United keeper. Long kick down the field for him. Underneath it is Eastman. Slough under 6s and 7s. Warren Harris again, the player at the back here defending for Slough. And the ball played forward, looking for Stevens. Comes off his head. Dobson's there first. Plays it ball forward for Ben Harris. Harris is goal side. Oh, he's touched it with his hand. Surely he takes a shot. And it's a clear handball by Ben Harris. And I think he's going to get booked for a deliberate handball here. And Ben Harris will go in the book for a deliberate handball. The ball was just over the top of him. He raced through, and Ben Harris does get the yellow card here for the handball on 36 minutes. But Butler, for some reason, has come charging over. Oh, and Butler gets a yellow card for his part in that. Butler comes charging out to take the free kick. He's obviously come and said something that's upset the referee. He's also got to go back a few yards as well, which is what Ben Harris was pointing out to him. So that little skirmish means it's a yellow card for Ben Harris and for Butler. So both sides pick up their first yellow card of the afternoon, as this kick here by Butler is headed away by Sam Togwell. Finds Matt Stevens, takes it on his thigh. Thomas just gets there first for Sutton United, and then plays it down the line here. And Wells is just trying to see it out here against Bolarinwa. And Bolarinwa holding his face there, and it's Bolarinwa's off the pitch, so he doesn't have to wait for treatment here. Oh, it's a miracle because he's got up and recovered fine. Hallelujah. And Bolarinwa actually wins the header from the George Wells throw. Wells trying to get back in. Ball played in by Bolarinwa, finding a Younger inside the box. Just being forced wide. Back here to Bolarinwa. Crosses to the far post. Cadigan stretches. It comes to Eastman. He shoots. But it's well saved by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. But mostly the best effort of the game there comes from Eastman. But an easy save for the Slough Town goalkeeper, who rolls it out of his feet, then plays it down here looking for Dobson. Dobson heads it the wrong way. Comes here to Bolarinwa, under pressure from Dobson. Dobson's fouled him again, and it's Slough just need to keep their concentration levels here at the moment. Just a couple of silly fouls giving the ball away, but 0-0 here. 37 minutes of the game gone so far. And good afternoon to Sharon Biddles, who is listening while driving her son around. Thankfully, it's not the other way around, that your son's driving you around. It should be that way. Butler takes his free kick into the box, too close to Turner. Turner looking to try and find Stevens quickly here with the ball on the far hand side. Stevens does well to keep the ball in and tries to turn, hits it at Aswood Thomas, but the ball had already gone out of play, and it's a throw to Sutton United on the far hand side. Good afternoon to Will and Jeff Rees, who are listening from Slough. Paul's in pool. Very difficult for me to say. So the throw comes in here towards Collins, under pressure from Stevens. Has to go back to the goalkeeper Butler. And Butler, long kick down the centre, looking here for Ayungo. Tugwell rises high, but comes off the side of his head and finds Cadigan here for Sutton United. Chipping the ball into the box. Scott Davis with the header away though. Eastman will be first to the ball and finds Thomas, the left back, halfway inside the cell. Just takes a heavy touch, gets the ball though in towards Kieran Cadigan. He crosses the ball into the box. Slough have made a mess of that defensively. It's a header goal, and on his knees it's George Wells who heads the ball away. Only as far as Dobson. Dobson's ball down the line here. Clough's taking his bandage off. I couldn't recognise who he was. Stevens tries to get it. He's looking for a foul, but Clough plays it away here towards Collins. Didn't even realise he's taking his headband off. Ball here with Collins. He brings it forward. Hits it straight at Lee Togwell, but the ball finds Thomas on the far hand side. In towards Drinnan. Drinnan tries that overhead ball down the... Sam Togwell stretches to hook the ball away. So to play for a throw to Sutton United. Halfway in the Slough half. Slough under a bit of pressure here at the moment, but equal to it at the moment. Ball comes in short from the throw to Eastman. Eastman comes here towards Bennett. Bennett, the only person in his own half apart from the goalkeeper, has the ball, who just brings it forwards a little bit, crosses the ball in, headed towards the goal, but it's a long way out and easily taken by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it remains 0-0 between the two sides. And Turner again has Drinnan standing in front of his kicking position, plays it out here. It'll be free header for Clough. That'll go all the way back here towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. He just controls it with his feet on the edge of his box. And then plays the long ball forward here, looking for Warren Harris on the far hand side. Comes off Warren Harris's head, and Ben Harris will keep that ball in, level the 18-yard box, but he's on the far hand side. Gets a cross in. And it's well taken by Butler though. Under pressure. And a good cross there by Ben Harris. Slough winning the ball back, but it's a foul by Warren Harris. And some of the fans in front of us getting a little bit agitated by the fouls, and it's a free kick here for them. Clough takes it way from the wrong position. We will try and keep you up to date with some scores as well from other games as well. But just bear with us for a moment. We'll just stick with this for the second as Butler takes this free kick here, halfway inside his own half. Plays the ball forwards. It's bounced all the way through here to Collins, the captain. Plays it in. Near post effort though by Bolarinwa, wide of the goal. And Slough a little bit lax there just as Collins had come through. And thankfully Bolarinwa couldn't get a shot on target. Good afternoon to Sue Shield, who's listening from Lanzarote. I think Sue's going to be a little bit warmer than I am, that's for sure. The rain has stopped here though at Gander Green Lane. Still 0-0 here, and the Slough fans making some noise behind that goal. Good. Turner's ball. I mean, how is that not a foul, referee? He's climbed on his back. Bennett's down injured here. He's the one that's just climbed on the back of things, and Bennett hasn't moved. So there's a stoppage in play here. They're telling him to come on. But, I mean, I don't understand it. He climbs all the way over his back, and he lands badly because he's on his back. But the referee doesn't seem to think that that's a foul. Very strange from the referee. But Bennett is still prone down on the ground here at the moment. So let's hope that he's okay. We won't give you the Premier League scores this afternoon. We don't like to do that, but we'll run through the scores for you at half-time. And don't forget, as usual, we've got our half-time quiz as well, which I know that you all like. FA Trophy games going on as well. Today, the Slough fans just doing their Bakes and Unders Rebel Army. In the FA Cup for you, games featuring teams, it's Chesterfield 1, Billericay 0. Who else are we looking for? The Met Police are losing 1-0 at home to Newport County. It's Torquay United 0, Woking 0, Tranmere 1, Oxford City 1. Those are the games featuring teams from the National League South. Bennett's still down prone here, and it looks like this could be quite a serious injury here to the right back, who he jumped up with Dobson, went over Dobson's back and just landed here, and let's just hope that Bennett's okay. He hasn't moved from the position. They are talking to him. Even the Slough physio Alex is helping here, and does seem to be a little bit of concern for Dale Bennett, the right back here for Sutton United, who hasn't moved for a couple of minutes here at the moment. So let's hope that he is okay. He's slowly moving here now, and it's good signs that he's movement. He's moving a lot better now. So he's just slowly getting to his feet. I think they might just have to substitute him here. In the National League South, the latest scores are Eastbourne Borough 0, Hungerford Town 1, Hemel Hempstead 1, Gloucester City 0, St Albans 1, Chippenham 1, Wealdstone 0, Bath City 2. And Bennett gets a round of applause from the fans, not only here in front of me, but from the Slough fans as well, as he's helped off the pitch. But that looks like that's going to be the end of his afternoon, unfortunately. He looks like he doesn't know what day it is. So let's hope that that's just a little bit of concussion. He's going to be helped straight down the tunnel here. St John's Ambulance are here as well. So Slough will have a throw here. It's going to be taken by Wells. Comes back to him from Dobson. Clough with the header away. Lee Tugwell trying to get there. Davis gets there. Gets the ball here towards Scott. Matty Stevens finds Josh Chapman from distance, trying to chip the ball in. It's blocked by Kieran Cadogan, and he plays the ball forwards here for Sam Tugwell to chase, who hooks the ball down the field over the head of Warren Harris, flicking it on. He's going to chase his own flick on here, and it comes off Warren Harris last for a throw to Sutton United. They're going to make their change, and it's going to be Bennett, the player off. Coming on is number 16, and it's Nicky Bailey coming on, and he's coming on 45 minutes, and he replaces number 2, Dale Bennett, who's gone off injured. And we do hope that that isn't as a serious injury, and hopefully it's just a little bit of concussion. It will be Bailey will sit straight back in as right back, as Thomas takes this throw on the far hand side, flicked on here by Ayunga. Ball breaks into the box. Sam Tugwell gets there first for Slough, and then Eastman goes down looking for a penalty in the box, but the ref says nothing, and it's headed away by Clough. Comes through to Scott Davis. Little cushion ball finds Dobson. Dobson being forced wide here by Bolarumamo. He's running back here. Ball with him. He's going to bumps into Davis. Back in towards George Wells. Wells plays a little 1-2 here, looking for the ball back here, and it's hooked clear in the end by Southern United. And it'll be a throw to Slough inside their own half. And Nisbet takes the throw quickly here towards Jack Turner, the Slough goalkeeper, just outside the edge of his box. And it's a long kick by him on the far hand side, looking for Stevens. Stevens as well to flick the ball on, but Thomas just gets his header to it, heads it back towards Butler, the goalkeeper. And it's Butler who launches a long kick down the field. A little bit of time added on for this foul on treatment that Bennett had, but Ballerina can't keep that one in. It's out of play for a goal kick. And I think that we're just waiting to see if the fourth official shows how many minutes of added time. He hasn't got a little board, which is quite surprising. You would have thought they would have had one in the FA Cup at this kind of stage. This is the proper round of the first FA Cup. Not the fact that it began in August. They don't want to remember that, do they? Turner, the Slough goalkeeper, will take this goal kick here for the Rebels. Long kick in here. Ben Harris jumping with Collins. Collins wins the header. Drinnan trying to flick the ball on here to a younger. Sam Togwell heads the ball away. It's going to come through to Scott Davis. He leaves it here for Ben Harris. Harris down the right hand side. Got Ron Harris in front of him. Just gets bundled over there by Eastman. Silly foul to give away there by Eastman. A free kick here to the Rebels. Again, though, it's distance away. It's 40 yards away from goal. And Scott Davis is going to stand over this free kick. Looks like he's going to leave it for James Dobson. I understand why one of them isn't in the box. Davis takes this quickly, too close to the goalkeeper, where he drops the ball again but catches it at the second time, and it doesn't make a difference because that is the end of the first half here at Gander Green Lane, and it's finished 0-0 this first half, and the referee not playing a lot of added time there. In fact, for some strange reason, he only played 2.5 minutes of added time, which really surprises me. But it's 0-0 here between the two sides in the FA Cup as the players just come off. You might find a few fans in front getting up and whatever. So we're just going to wait for them to sit down and shut up, basically, and then we'll give you the half-time quiz for you this afternoon. And half-time quiz is a very, very simple quiz. Why would I make it hard for you on these cold November afternoons here? So your half-time quiz is very, very simple. Today marks the 300th game in charge of Slough for our joint managers Neil Baker and John Underwood. Of those 300 games, Slough have won 150. They've drawn 8 and lost 94. That's obviously not including today's game. I want to know to you though that there have been 8 0-0 draws since Bakes and Unders have been in charge of Slough Town. So in 5 and a bit seasons there have been 8 0-0 draws. All I want you to do for your half-time quiz is name the 8 different teams. They are 8 different teams. So if you want to get in contact either on Twitter or if you want to answer that on the comments chat room, feel free. But your quiz question: name the 8 teams who have held Slough to a 0-0 draw in the reign of Bakes and Unders. I do have a couple of jokes for you as well, but I'll save them till just before the start of the second half. They're all clean, don't worry. They're all nice and clean. I wouldn't do that to you. I will try and find you some half-time scores from other games around for you as well. So just bear with me for a second while I try and find you some scores. That's not too bad. We're not too cold here at the moment. It's not bad. Not. So Martin Woolhouse is watching the Super Rangers while listening to the Super Rebels from Udon Thani in Thailand. Why does everyone, when you guys go on holiday, why don't you take me? That's not fair. Stick me in your suitcase. Idiot. Old bloke's just fallen into some woman, smacked her face and knocked all the press computers everywhere. What a dozy old man. What a dozy old man. Right, so there you go. Let's see if we can find you some scores for you. Around, just gonna having a look here at just the subs warming up. Well, would do, but some people just stand in front of you. Okay, so we will find you the scores for you. So we won't do the Premier League, as we know some of you like to watch Match of the Day. So we go into the Sky Bet Championship, where it's Birmingham 2, Hull City 0, Blackburn Rovers 0, Rotherham United 0. Oh, excuse me, 0. Apologies there. Bolton Wanderers 0, Swansea 1, Bristol City 0, Preston North End 1, Derby County 0, Aston Villa 0, Middlesbrough 2, Wigan 0, Norwich 0, Millwall 1, Nottingham Forest 0, Stoke 0, QPR 0, Brentford 1, and Reading 1, Ipswich 2. Those are all half-time scores. Into the FA Cup for you. It's Accrington Stanley 1, Colchester 0, Aldershot 1, Bradford City 0, Barnsley 0, Notts County 0, Bromley 1, Peterborough 1, Bury 3, Dover 0, Chesterfield 1, Billericay Town 0, Crewe 0, Carlisle 0, Ebbsfleet 0, Cheltenham 0, Exeter City 0, Blackpool 3. It's Gillingham 0, Hartlepool United 0, Grimsby 0, MK Dons 1. It's Lincoln City 1, Northampton 0, Luton 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Full-time score made earlier was Maidenhead United 0, Portsmouth 4. So the rest are half times. It's Maidstone 0, Macclesfield 1, Met Police 0, Newport County 1, Morecambe 0, FC Halifax 0, Oxford United 0, Forest Green Rovers 0, Plymouth 0, Stevenage 0, our old friends Rochdale 2, Gateshead 0. It's Scunthorpe 2, Burton Albion 0, Southend 1, Crawley 0, Southport 1, Boreham Wood 0, Swindon 1, York City 1, Torquay 0, Woking 0, Tranmere 1, Oxford City 1, Walsall 2, Coventry City 1, and Yeovil 1, Stockport County 2. We're just going to try and find you the National League South scores for you, and it is Eastbourne 0, Hungerford Town 1, Hemel Hempstead 1, Gloucester City 0, St Albans 1, Chippenham 1, and Wealdstone 0, Bath City 2. In the National League North, it's AFC Telford 1, Boston United 0, Brackney 0, Blythe Spartans 0, Chester 0, Altrincham 1, Curzon Ashton 0, Bradford Park Avenue 0, Hereford 0, FC United and Manchester 3, Nuneaton Borough 0, Kidderminster Harriers 0. Those are your scores from some of the other games. Just a reminder then, up and coming games for the Rebels then will be on Tuesday evening. Slough will be playing away to Chalfont St Peter, just down the road for the Rebels, and that will be a 7:45 kickoff this Tuesday the 13th of November in the Berks and Bucks Senior Cup. Then next Saturday, a week today, Slough will be at home to Woking FC. That game will be segregated at Arbour Park, and I believe that Woking will have the Lynch Hill Academy end, and Slough will have the rest of it. So quite a big, we are expecting a large following from Woking FC. So they will be having the far end on that afternoon. And then on Tuesday the 20th, Slough will be at home no matter what. Slough will either be in a FA Cup replay against Sutton United, which will be held at Arbour Park on the 20th. If there is a result where one team wins today, then Slough will be at home on the Tuesday the 20th, where they will be home to Truro City. So Slough will be playing on Tuesday the 20th. They will either be at home to Sutton United in the replay or Truro City in the league game, in the rearranged game there. So there you go. Dave the Rave's got one. He got Torquay, so you only need 7 more teams now. So your half-time quiz is in the 299 games that Bakes and Under has been in charge. They've had 8 0-0 draws. I'm looking for the 8 teams that they are, and Torquay is one of them. Well done to Dave the Rave. And I'll give you the other scores just before half-time. So there you go, and we've got some information. I'll just let you know that for those of you of a certain age, you will remember Paul McKinnon, the Slough striker who played for Slough, played 98 games for Slough, scored 36 goals. That's when we were back in the old conference days. Paul McKinnon is still the Sutton United's leading goal scorer with 279 goals. So Paul McKinnon has scored goals wherever he's gone for Slough and Sutton, and he's their leading goal scorer ever in Sutton United history. So good for him. I've got a couple of jokes for him, which I'll tell you because I'm bored and there's not a lot to do, and I'm cold as well. So joke number one is, what does a Cockney pay for shampoo? Okay, what does a Cockney pay for shampoo? Pantene. Did you get it? Pantene. Oh dear, I guess. What trainers do chickens wear? Okay, so what trainers do chickens wear? They wear. There you go. See, the jokes get worse. Don't worry. That's why I stopped doing jokes at half time and do the quiz. That's why I could get banned from doing these things sooner or later. But we're just sitting here watching as the grey skies are still here. It's not raining though now here at Gander Green Lane. It stops raining at the moment. So at the moment, not a lot going on here. Just watching it. I did not understand why Sutton United watered the pitch at before the game, but there you go. And we're sitting here in the press stand here. We're joined by Rob Stevens, the reporter for the Slough Express. So Slough Observer, sorry. And we're just waiting here for the second half to begin. The referee should really be out in a second. There's only 2 minutes of valid time kicked off. And half-time raffle number. I don't know who got it. Did you read it out? I don't think it's just some kind of number. I must have missed it. So I apologise. If you're sitting at home with the hoping to win the half-time raffle here at Sutton United, I've missed the number, I'm afraid. Very sorry. Very sorry. It's cold. My toes are cold. Surprised. I'm not that actually cold. I mean, what idiot forgets a coat on a cold winter's day? By the time I get back to my car later, I'm going to be frozen solid. I'll have to get someone to deform me, I think. But there you go. We're just waiting here for the start of the second half. Just watching the Southtown subs work through their ways. Not much going on here at the moment. And it's chance for me to just put my hands in my pockets to warm my hands up, really. So there you go. So the rain has just started to come down here at Gander Green Lane. It's that fine rain, but it's quite heavy coming down here at the moment, and I believe it is supposed to rain now for the rest of the day, which means getting to my car later is going to be fantastic. What an idiot I was for getting my coat. I'm the only person here that's like literally got a t-shirt and a tracksuit top on. There you go. And it wasn't like I needed to rush to get here either, but I'm glad I got here quite early actually, because there's lots of people in this press box here this afternoon, and it's nice to come here and steal the couple of places first. So the rain's just starting to get a little bit heavier outside. This the Sutton United team just running out onto the pitch here. We'll just keep an eye out on any possible substitutions. A little bit hard for them because they've all got squad numbers anyway, but we'll see how that goes. We're just keeping an eye on the players as they look to come out. The Slough fans already in good voice here behind the goal to our right, which Slough will be attacking this second half. So we're just I think it's good. And here come the Slough Town players now, and unusual for Slough to the managers normally come out quite early, but they've stayed in, and then you can just see, even as the referees just run out here at the moment, that the rain has suddenly got a lot heavier here at Gander Green Lane, and it's certainly come a lot colder. Sue very kindly says that her toes are roasting, but the carver's keeping her cool. Well, it's all right for you. So you, next time you want something moved in your club shop, I will remember that. And we can't see if there's anything going on because people are just still stood up. We're just looking to see if there are any substitutions for the start of the second half. It doesn't look like there are. And we're just about to start the second half here in heavy rain here at Gander Green Lane. It has suddenly started to come down. I will give you the answers to the quiz for you in a second, and I'll run through those starting 11s for you as well. Just waiting for the referee, Mr. Perkins, to get today's game. Second half underway. Slough will be shooting from left to right. They've got the kick-off as well. Just waiting for Butler, the goalkeeper, to go. I keep saying Butler, I keep thinking of on the buses. I don't know why. But the Slough fans in very good voice here this afternoon here. And that is the start of the second half here. And Slough immediately play the ball back here to Davis. Plays the ball forwards. It's one back here by Eastman, who plays it forwards. Ball's allowed to bounce on this horrible surface. Davis gets a header to it. Hooked away by Josh Chapman. Not the best of clearances, but Lee Tugwell's underneath. It comes off the head of Davies. In towards Cadogan, finding the ball into Drinnan. Drinnan straight into Scott Davis. Davis trying to play the ball over the top here, but it's well read here by Bailey, the substitute who came on for the injured Bennett. And the ball's here with the Sutton United captain Collins. Collins just looking to play the ball forwards to Ayunga. Missed by two players. It's come out here on the far hand side to Bolarinba. He plays it out here to Ayunga. Ayunga turning 25 yards away from goal, finds Bailey. Bailey has to be under some pressure and gives the ball here to Clough. Clough just inside his own Slough half, so he plays it here towards Collins. Collins will work it out to the left back Thomas. Rain just holds up for a second here, and Thomas has to play it back towards the goalkeeper Butler. And Butler comes to meet the ball, but it goes straight out of play for a throw. Oh, lovely little touch of control there by John Underwood. As the ball's just played for. It's hooked on down the field by Slough. Collins with the clearance. Lee Tugwell gets there first. He's looking to win the ball, but Warren Harris has won it, and it's ball back here with Sutton United. Slough have won it through Josh Chapman. Ball bouncing around. Chapman turns and wins the ball back this time. Then gets caught there, but the referee says no foul. And the ball's here with Davis. Davis chipping the ball over the top here, and Slough have to get back in numbers. Ball comes here to Drinnan. Oh, good clearance here by Slough though with Sam Togwell, and the ball will find Dobson on the far hand side. He plays it back to the goalkeeper Turner, and Turner long kick down the field, a bit too long there, and he's playing with the wind this second half, and it's run out of play for a goal kick. Sorry, a throw to Sutton United right by the corner flag, but Bailey has gone across to take that one. So the starting 11s for the start of their second half for Sutton United. Butler in goal. It's 3 is Thomas, 5 Clough, 6 Collins, 7 Bolarinwa, 8 Davis, 10 Ayunga, 11 Cadogan, 15 Eastman, 24 Drinnan, and 16 is Bailey for the Rebels. Chapman, Turner in goal, so Chapman 2, Wells 3, Togwell, Sam 4, Nisbet 5, Lee Togwell 6, Dobson 7, 8 Davies, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Stevens, 11 Warren Harris. It's a throw on the far hand side here to Sutton United, 25 yards away from the Slough Town goal. Bailey, the right back, has taken it quickly to Bolarum and gives it back here, and Slough have intercepted the ball. Ball here down for Stevens to chase. Here in the foot race with Collins. Stevens showing some real pace. Ball played back here towards Butler. Butler's clearance in the rain. It's just stopping and starting here. It's just gone straight out of play for a throw to Slough. Dobson wants to take the throw quickly for the Rebels. He gains a few yards and just throws it back here towards Wells, who takes it and into Dobson. Back here towards Wells. Wells down the line to Ben Harris. In towards Dobson. Now playing with some good football here. Ball comes back out to Dobson. His clearance back in. It's hooked clear by Bailey. And Younger tries to win it. Nisbet's there for the Rebels and plays it here towards Dobson. Dobson's little flick finding Ben Harris. Ben Harris trying to skip down the far hand side. It comes last off Bailey, and it'll be a throw to Slough halfway inside the Sutton United half. And It's George Wells that will take the throw for the Rebels. He's just looking for a bit of movement. Comes from James Dobson. Back here towards George Wells. Wells trying to run at a couple of plays. Still running down that near hand side. Running with the ball. Just has it taken off his feet. It's out of play for a throw. Comes off Wells last to Sutton United. 8 yards away from their corner flag. And Bailey has gone across to take it. And it's 0-0 here. Just coming up to 4 minutes gone of this second half. The ball played forwards here. It's going to be Sam Togwell with the clearance. Just beats a younger to the ball. High up in the night sky. Headed on by Bolarinwa, but comes off actually at the side of Dobson's head. It's out of play for a throw to Sutton United, just inside the Slough half. Bailey, the right back, who's the substitute, who takes it quickly. And missed by a couple of Slough players. Comes through here towards Sam Togwell. Ball ricochets kind here to Cadigan. Finding Ayunga. Tries to shoot. Oh, great save with his legs by Jack Turner. Ball headed on by Warren Harris. Slough can't get there. Davis is there. Ben Harris trying to flick the ball on. It's still bouncing around. Eastman gets it for Sutton United. Plays it here towards Thomas. Thomas overruns it a little bit. Cleared by Warren Harris down the line here for Stevens. Stevens tries to take it in his stride, but a good save though by Jack Turner with his legs as Ayunga broke onto the edge of the box. But Turner's save keeps it 0-0 here between the two. And Slough have a throw which Josh Chapman will take. He's trying to find Dobson. Rangers stops for a second. Ball played in by Chapman to Stevens. Stevens looks like he was holding up for a foul. Ball run back here by Sutton United. Cleared by Collins, only as far as Sam Togwell. Togwell plays it here towards Josh Chapman. Chapman just under a bit of pressure. Has to go back towards Sam Togwell. Plays the ball forward. Headed on by Ben Harris, finding Stevens. Stevens just tried to flick it into his own path and couldn't get there. And Sutton United shout at the linesman on its near hand side. Ball played in here towards Davis. Davis under pressure from Slough. Manages to get the ball back out here towards Bailey. Bailey under pressure from Scott Davis, who's working hard for the Rebels. Ball over the top here. Intercepted by George Wells. Ball played forwards. It's only going to come through to Bailey, the right back. 10 yards inside his own half. Turns past Ben Harris and then crosses the ball out here towards Thomas. Thomas, the left back, just inside his own half, finds Cadigan. Cadigan trying to... he goes... Almost went past Josh Chapman. He looked to play it, and as he skipped past it, he forgot the ball, and it's out of play for a throw to Slough. Halfway inside their own half, 0-0 at the score. Josh Chapman urging his team further down the field. And Chapman trying to find Ben Harris. He hits it off the head of Bolarinwa. It's out of play for a throw to Slough. And they've gained a few yards. It's almost on the halfway line now here for the Rebels. And Chapman with this throw again comes off the head of Bolarinwa. Ball bouncing around. Chapman can't get there first. It's Scott Davis trying to get the ball's here with Cadigan, leaving it here, and he runs down this left hand side, skipping away. Has to turn back and hold. Got two Slough players near him. Cadigan still trying to get a cross in. Gets his cross in. Headed away by Lee Togwell. Scott Davis flicks the ball away to Ben Harris. Harris just holds the ball up well and then finds Dobson inside his own half. Dobson with a chance to run at the Sutton United defence. Looking to play the ball in quickly here to Warren Harris, who's just dropped off. Thomas gets a head to it. And Ben Harris will keep the ball in play for Slough. He just hits him. I thought it came off Ben Harris last actually, but it's a throw to Slough, and they're going to take their time with this throw here. 25 yards away from goal. And a quick throw in here by Chapman trying to find Ben Harris. Crosses for a corner, first corner of the second half. And Slough's fourth corner of the game. And Sutton United yet to have a corner yet so far this afternoon. And it's Dobson who comes across to take this one. It's the goal that Slough fans are behind. And it's going to be Dobson with an in-swinging corner here for Slough. Rain just a little bit lighter here, but still coming down. Dobson takes it, whips it into the near post. It will come straight back out here towards Dobson. He can take a touch and get another cross in. Crosses out to the far hand side. Headed away by Bailey. And it will be a throw to Slough on the far hand side. And this time it's the Rebels putting some pressure on here. Looks like it's Sam Togwell going across on the far hand to take this throw for Slough. A couple of feet away from the corner flag. Puts a long throw into the box. Bailey with the header. Comes to Bolarinwa. Hooks it. The rain it's just suddenly got... it's torrential rain coming now. Davis wins his own second header. Ball comes through. It's a shot from distance from... who was that? That was Sam Togwell with a shot there. Wide of the goal. And suddenly, as many people who are standing outside have all gone behind the covered terracing around this ground here now, as the rain's got a lot heavier here at Gander Green Lane. As Butler takes this goal kick, aimed towards Ayunga. Ball just, Nisbet's gone down holding his head. Referee hasn't stopped the game. Ball here played into the box. It's a good ball in. It's a shot by Cadogan. It's way over the top of the bar. And Slough are very upset with the referee. Nisbet's still holding his head there on the far hand side. And he's still holding his head, checking for blood. Thankfully for Slough, the shot from Cadogan was way over the top of the bar. But Slough were a little bit called out there because they'd stopped for what they thought was a foul, but the referee hadn't given it, and thankfully for Slough, Cadogan just hammered it high over the top of the net. Ball played out on the far hand side here, flicked on by Ben Harris, trying to find Dobson. Dobson's little flick finds Stevens. Stevens trying to hold the ball up. Plays it a little bit behind Ben Harris, who just got caught there, but the referee says no foul, and that's surely a foul. And the referee not giving Slough anything here at the start of this second half. Ball's taken quickly here. Played in here to Ayunga, trying to flick the ball through. Oh, Nisbet with some superb defending for Slough. And then George Wells just hammers this ball down the field. But it'll go through to Butler in the Sutton United goal. Just throws the ball 15 yards outside of his area. Long kick by him. Nisbet again rises high for Slough to win the ball. Davis wins the ball and finds James Dobson. Dobson trying to play it down the line here towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris skips past the challenge. The referee has said that the ball has gone out of play, I think, for a throw to Sutton United. And with 10 minutes gone in the second half, still 0-0 here between the two sides. Ball played in, so a bit of ricochet there, and Lee Togwell wins the ball for Slough, trying to clear it on the far hand stone. Stevens gets a little touch, shakes off the challenge, gets bundled to the ground, still no foul given. And the ball's here with Cadogan, finds Eastman. Eastman plays the ball over the top here for Bolarinma that's what the left back who's got the ball in. It's a great cross into the box. Turner drops it, gathers it at the second attempt, and then tries to get Slough on the attack here with Dobson. Game opening up a little bit here. Dobson on the left hand side, running down that side, travelled 50-40 yards. Plays the ball in here. It's come through to Ben Harris, shoots first time. Oh, what a great save by Butler that is. It's a cracking ball in. Ben Harris just waited for it, hit it low to the bottom post, and Butler got down really well. It's out for a corner to Slough. Their fifth of the game. And it's the noise from the Slough fans as Dobson takes this in-swinging corner here for the Rebels. They're just going to wait a little bit for Slough to get into position. Different line-up here for Slough as they wait for Dobson to take this in-swinging corner. It's not the best of corners, it's at the near post, not the best of clearances. And first of the ball was Josh Chapman. Dobson gets a second touch. Ball hooked clear. It's actually defended by Sam Togwell. And again, Slough just appealing for a free kick. Ball's been brought out here by Drinnan. Chance to play it in here towards Cadogan. Being chased down by Warren Harris. And the ball comes in. Cadogan tries to play it in. Slough defend it, but the ball comes and ricochets back to him. Finds Bailey on the right-hand side. Bailey crosses first time. Sam Togwell with the header away. And Josh Jackman trying to get there first, but it's picked up here by Ayunga. Jackman forcing him wide. Ayunga holds the ball up here towards Thomas. Thomas's ball played in. Headed away by Warren Harris again, who's defending. Again, Warren Harris defending here. In towards Davis. Finds Dobson. Dobson's first time ball finding Stevens. Stevens chance to turn and run at the defence. Bailey has come back in. Little ball in towards Dobson. Dobson gets one side. Shoots. It takes a deflection. It's just wide of the goal and it's out for a corner. And suddenly, this game has come alive. Corner number 6 for the Rebels. This time it's on the far hand side, so it'd be an out-swinging corner here for Slough. But Slough have started the second half much better here. And Dobson again just waiting for the Slough Town players to get into position here as Dobson takes this out-swinging corner here for Slough. Plays it into the box. It's a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. The referee says there's a foul inside the box and it's a free kick to Sutton United inside the penalty area. And it will be Butler, the goalkeeper, to take that one. I am trying to see your messages as well, but it's suddenly really cold here at the moment. As Butler takes this long free kick, free header for George Wells. Heads it forwards looking for Ben Harris. Ben Harris goes down too easily under the challenge. It's Mark Nisbet with the clearance, finding James Dobson. Dobson liner played in first time, looking for Warren. But Stevens gets tumbled to the ground. He's looking for a free kick. In fact, he's looking for a penalty. Doesn't get it. And ball folds into the hands of Butler, the Sutton United goalkeeper, who then hits it long. Ball though hits Ayunga. And Sam Togwell plays it back here towards Jack Turner. And Turner under pressure gets a real good clearance here down the field. Ben Harris battling here. Ball finds and skips off here to Dobson. Dobson at the edge of the box. He's going to cut inside. Still with the ball. Trying to click it in with his right foot. It's blocked. Ball will come straight out here. And Thomas keeps the ball in on the far hand side under no pressure. The rain has just eased a little bit. Still raining, but eased a little bit. Thomas's ball down the field. Sam Togwell first to the ball. Finds Lee Togwell. Inside here towards Warren Harris. Harris down the right hand side for Slough. Comes in. Gets a little challenge in, but Warren Harris still trying to chase the ball. Collins clears for Sutton United. Fires a younger. Well read by Sam Togwell, but picked up here by Drinnan. The game becoming very end to end here. Ball's here with Thomas. Plays it back into Eastman. Eastman's ball finds Collins. Collins will play it across towards Butler. Chased down by Stevens. And Butler has a bit of time to play a long ball down the field. Headed away by Mark Nisbet. Again his ball finds Dobson just 10 yards inside the Slough half. He turns, brings the ball forwards again. Plays it in first time to Stevens. Stevens trying to hold it up. Just overruns it a little bit. Gets a ricochet, but it comes off his leg and finds Cadigan. Cadigan trying to sort something for Sutton United here. Skips past the challenge. Plays the ball in. It's behind everyone. It falls to Drinnan almost. Sam Togwell with the header. And then hooked clear by Davis. Slough haven't got back in numbers. They can't chase it. They'll be offside. It's all the way back to Butler. The goalkeepers plays it out here to Thomas, the left back, inside his own half. Finding Cadigan. Ball played into Eastman. Little 1-2 here by Sutton United. Finds Drinnan. Drinnan turns down the left hand side here for Cadigan. Heavy touch by him. Comes off Jackman. And it's the first corner of the game for Sutton United. So Slough with some defending to do here. And it's Davis, the centre midfielder, who goes across the take. I think you're going to see a second substitution for Sutton United in a second. But Davis comes to take this corner. He's going to be in swinging with his right foot from this near hand side. So now with some defending to do here. Davis trying to chip the ball to the back post. Headed away superbly by Nisbet. Ball comes out here towards Cadigan. Takes a touch on it. Tries to knock it to the side. Try to chip the ball back into the box. And Bollarin was in there. Lee Togwell hooks the ball away for Slough. It'll come out here towards Mark Nisbet. Beaten to the ball by Clough. Little cushion header from Lee Togwell finds Nisbet. Nisbet's ball looking for Stevens. Stevens can't get there. Bailey with the challenge. And the ball will skim through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And he just rolls the ball out here to George Wells, halfway inside his own half, being closed down and goes back towards Turner in the Slough goal, being chased down here by Drinnan. And Turner then plays the long ball down the field, looking for Warren Harris, beaten to the ball by Collins. Eastman flicks the next header on, only finds Lee Togwell. Togwell's ball finds Warren Harris. Harris with a chance to run down the right hand side, holds it up inside here towards Josh Jackman. Jackman just overruns it, plays the ball, it's knocked away from him, and there's a chance for Sutton United to bring the ball out here with Eastman, the ex-Arsenal player. Plays it in here to Ayunga. Ayunga just turns, looking to try and create a bit of space. Plays it on the far hand side where he finds Bollarin, where he shoots from distance. It's well wide of the goal. It's a blazing effort, off target though. And we've played over an hour here now into the 61st minute. It's still Sutton United 0, Slough Town 0. And in fact, you're going to see a double substitution for Sutton United. It's not going to happen at just this moment. They're just getting some last minute instructions. But Jack Turner will be the player to take this goal kick for Slough. And a long kick by him. Over the head, comes through to Butler. Thompson just tried to get there first, but Butler on the edge of his box, rolls it out here to Clough. Comes out here towards Bollarin. Well run by George Wells, who intercepts the ball for Slough. Then he loses, but wins a free kick. Soft free kick there for Slough. It's a free kick to the Rebels. And we're going to see the substitutions now. And I think you can see a substitution for Slough as well. So coming on is number 4, who is Dean Beckwith. He replaces 10, who is Jonah Ayunga. And he comes on 62 minutes. Then we've got Brown So Harry Brown is coming on. And he is going to replace, when you hold the board up, I can see the thing, turn it around. He's going to replace 24, who is Aaron Drinnan. So Brown comes on for 24. So double substitution for Sutton United. So coming on is Wayne Brown, and Dean Beckwith. Going off is Ayunga and Drinnan. Drop me pen. My pen's all the way down there now. Never mind, my hands are too cold to pick it up. It's a free kick here though for Slough, just inside the centre circle, taken quickly to the side where they find George Wells. Wells plays the ball into the box. It's a good ball in. Butler comes through it, he gets a punch on it. It's out of play for a throw, and there's an injury to Slough inside the box here. As I think as Butler came out and punched the ball, he caught the head of I'm trying to see who it is who's injured inside the box. I think it's Ben Harris at the moment who's injured. He's just slowly coming to his feet. You're going to see substitution for Slough. Manny Williams is the player who's going to be coming on. We're just going to see if Ben Harris is okay. Is Ben Harris is on? Very quickly, we're going to give you the answers to the quiz, which I forgot to give you. The 8 teams that Slough draw 0-0 with. It's Torquay United, Kettering, Stratford Town, Frome, St Neots, Weymouth, Chesham, and Histon. My apologies, sir. Slough will make their substitution. Manny Williams is the player coming on for Slough, and he is going to replace. I can't see. Number 9, Ben Harris. So Ben Harris is coming off. Coming on is number 9. So Ben Harris coming off. Manny Williams is the player coming on. My apologies. So Ben Harris off. Williams on. Can I just borrow your pen, Rob? Sorry. So Ben Harris coming off for Williams. And that substitution is on 65 minutes. So the throws come in. Warren Harris tries to get it down the line here to Joman. Joman skips past the challenge, but he just run the ball out of play. It's out for a goal kick to Sutton United. And still 0-0 between the two sides. And it's ball played in. Well won by Josh Jackman, but headed out of play for a throw to Slough. Sutton United, sorry. Quickly taken by Sutton United. Play it back here by Collins towards Butler, the goalkeeper. Stevens chases it down, but Butler gets the clearance free down the field. The Rangers stopped a second here now. And the ball comes here towards James Dobson. Dobson, central position, looking for the ball to Warren Harris. It's a lovely ball. Warren Harris just can't take it in stride. He's had to be forced wide, and in the end, it's great play by Beckwith, the substitute, who played it out. So Brown it was in the end, who played it out. And the ball's here with Collins, plays it across the 6-yard box here towards Butler. Butler plays it a touch wide here towards Beckwith, who's playing as a centre back. I think they put Clough forward, so Clough has gone forwards as a striker. And the ball here by Brown towards Beckwith. Beckwith goes back all the way towards his goalkeeper. So it looks like Beckwith has gone centre back and Clough has gone forwards as a striker. And Clough will try and win the ball. Nisbet wins that one. Ball comes through though to Brown, who plays it forward. Again, Nisbet wins the header. It'll come out here towards Wells. Wells just got caught there by Clough, and that should be. It's a free kick here to Slough, and I think Slough are just saying that it's a poor challenge. The rain has kindly stopped here at Gander Green Lane, and it's still 0-0. The pitch looking very wet. But the Slough fans in tremendous voice behind that goal. They're still holding on here. And it's a turn that will take this free kick for Slough. Halfway inside his own half. And just chips it down the line here looking for Dobson. Dobson flicking his header on towards Stevens. Stevens trying to turn. Just gets pulled back a little bit. The ball inside to Manny Williams. Manny Williams just dinked the ball through, but Stevens couldn't get there. And Butler was there first for Sutton United, the goalkeeper. Played again forwards to Clough. Comes off the head of Nisbet. Hooked clear by Davies. Free header for Collins. Clough little cushion header finding Eastman. Warren Harris, who's been tremendous this afternoon. Sam Togwell clears and finds Nisbet. Nisbet's tiny ball inside to Wells. Wells finds Manny Williams. Williams just treads on the ball, loses it. And Slough won it back here with Lee Togwell. Fantastic challenge by him. Ball's with Davis. Davis skips past a couple of challenges. Finds Josh Jackman. Jackman with the ball over the top, looking for on the far hand side. There's an offside against Stevens. And that was quite tight, but the correct decision. The attendance today is 1,840. So big attendance here at Gander Green Lane, made up by a good 350 to 400 Slough fans. I think they most be in here as well. Don't forget someone will be sitting in the stand here. Butler takes this free kick. Suddenly it's all come through. Clough with the header goal. So we're counting that as an effort. And it's come through to Turner. Turner's long kick goes all the way straight back down towards Butler. And this time Butler rolls the ball out here towards Thomas. Thomas, the left back, bringing the ball forwards. Inside towards Davis. Davis's ball flicked on by Cadigan. Comes through to Nisbet. Nisbet's header towards Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell heads it away. Only as far as Collins, but Collins can't keep the ball in. It's out of play for a throw to Slough. And Clough is just being spoken to by the referee. He had a head bandage on earlier, which he's taken off, and I think he may have just reopened the cut. So I think it's just getting his eye seen to, just being cleaned up by the physio. So for a couple of minutes, Sutton United are temporarily down to 10 men. The ball played forward. It's poor ball forward, headed away by Bailey. Comes through to Nisbet. Nisbet puts it back into this darkening sky. Come looking for the head of Dobson. Davis gets there for Slough, trying to find Williams, but Davis heads it all the way back to, so that's Kenny Davis for Sutton United. Heads it back towards Butler in Sutton United goal. And he has time here as Clough's just having that bandage reapplied. Nisbet wins the ball for Slough. Flips on by Scott Davies. Dobson trying to jump up there. It comes off the head of Davis, and it will be a throw to Slough. Sutton still down to 10 men here at the moment. As Wells looks to take this throw for the Rebels, 5 or 6 yards inside his own half. Quick throw in towards Dobson. Dobson flicks it into the air, headed on by Brown, and then flicked on by Cadigan. Slough don't have it. It's come off the Slough player last. It's a throw to Sutton United, 5 or 6 yards inside the Slough half. And Clough is back on the pitch, so back to the full quota of 11 are Sutton. Yes, we've gone past the 70th minute here this afternoon. Lee Togwell trying to win the ball back. It's here with Bailey. Bailey manages to find Collins. Collins plays it out here to Thomas. Thomas looking for an option. Finds back towards Collins. Collins will play it back here across to Beckwith. Beckwith in his white boots plays it back towards Butler. Chased down by Williams. Butler hooks his clearance long away. Sam Togwell's underneath it to head away for Slough. Eastman then heads it back on. Jackman gets there first, and then it's hooked away by Nisbet. Ball up in the air looking to be won by Beckwith. Comes here towards Davis. Davis heads it back the wrong way, and Turner has to come to the edge of his area and volley the ball clear. Then it's one in the air by Davis, then Davies for Slough, finding Togwell. Togwell's chipping ball over the top here, looking for the run of Dobson, but Dobson hadn't continued his run, and it's kept in on the far hand side by Bailey, finding Butler, who clears long for Sutton United. Headed away by George Wells, only as far as Davis, who plays it high up in the air, and Warren Harris will chase this ball, and it's come off Warren Harris last. That's a terrible decision by the linesman. It's Cadigan backheels it onto Warren Harris. It comes off him last, and it's a Slough throw. Strange. Ball's here with Sam Togwell, though, who'll just lay it back here to Jack Turner, just a couple of feet outside of his penalty area. The Slough fans still singing their way on that far hand side, looking for Wells. A mistake there by Bailey. Allows Wells to come into the edge of the box. Just needs to go decent crossing. He can't. It's blocked. Ball comes back out here towards Dobson. Dobson needs a better delivery. Crosses it into the far post. The goalkeeper spilled it to Warren Harris off the line. Stevens looking for a penalty. How is that not a penalty, referee? He's pulled him back. How is that not a penalty? Unbelievable scenes here. The ball is It's there for Stevens. He's 2 yards away. All he's got to do is head it in, and he gets pulled back down. The referee says no penalty. Slough play on. Ball here, trying to win, but Sutton have got it back here on the far hand side. Played it up the field here towards Clough. Too many Slough players still arguing that decision. Ball on the far hand side with Davis. Plays the ball in. It's intercepted by Scott Davies. Dobson tries to keep the ball in, but it's gone out of play. I mean, that has got to be a penalty. That is just atrocious refereeing, and the officials have been fairly poor this afternoon, but that is a horrendous decision. Ball here by Bailey. Back into him from Davis, and he plays it back here towards Beckwith, the Sutton United centre-back, 10 yards inside his own half. Pumps the ball forwards looking for Clough. Clough flicks the header on. Nisbet wins it for Slough. Great defending by him. Plays the ball forwards here. Beckwith, easy challenge to win the ball and controls it inside the centre circle. Plays it with the outside of his foot. Well won by Josh Chapman. Only as far though as Eastman. Sutton United with Aswad playing the ball in, looking for Clough. Headed away by Nisbet. Ball will come through to Williams. He can't get there. Beckwith's there first for Sutton, and the ball kept in by Cadgigan. Good play by him, finding Aswad the left back. Back in towards Collins. Collins chipping the ball forwards to Eastman. Grabs it on his shoulder. Back in here to it. A little bit of 1-2 play with Brown. Plays it in here towards Davis, who's 40 yards away from goal. Chipping the ball forwards. Headed away though by Slough. Lee Togwell trying to stretch to get the ball. It's here with Bolarumbo. Plays it in here, and Clough with the shot that's wide of the goal. And it's out of play for a goal kick. But I've got to tell you, I mean, I know I'm a Slough fan, but that is the most blatant penalty you will ever see. Hopefully there's a highlights programme somewhere that will show you that, but it's an atrocious decision. The linesman and referee have been absolutely terrible all game. Long kick forward here by Slough. Free header though for Kenny Davis to head away. It's only going to go straight out of play for a throw to Slough. 10 yards inside their own half. 75 minutes gone. We're into the final 15 minutes. Still 0-0 between the two sides. Wells goes all the way back to Turner, the Slough Town goalkeeper. And then Turner launches a long ball forwards here for Dobson to chase. Well defended by Bailey. Scott Davis is there for Slough. Finding Manny Williams. He just tries to let the ball go. Comes through to Scott Davis. Foul on Manny Williams, which again not good. And another foul good. Oh, well done. Finally, the referee has decided that there's a foul on a Slough player, and it's a free kick to Slough. Williams was fouled on the edge of the box. The referee said nothing. And you can tell what the Slough Town fans are singing. We won't repeat that, of course, because it's a family show. But it's a free kick here for Slough. Dobson standing over. It's 35 to 40 yards away from goal. And it's Dobson to take this free kick. Hits in with some pace. Clough heads the ball away, only as far as the edge of the box as Lee Togwell tries to turn and keep the ball playing. Stretches, it comes off him last. It's a throw to Sutton United. And it will be Bailey, the right back, filling in as left back for the second, who will come across. He'll leave it for Thomas, the left back, to take this. And it's Thomas who takes this throw in towards Clough. Comes off the head there. Warren House keeps the ball alive. Manny Williams steals in and nicks it for Slough. Back in towards Warren House. Ball play forward for Stevens. Intercepted by Collins. His little ball, sensible little ball inside here to Kenny Davis, the midfielder, trying to turn up against another bald-headed midfielder. His ball isn't the best. It's gone out of play. Lee Togwell, the person guiding against him there. And it's a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Quickly taken by George Wells. In towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet now trying to spread it on the far hand side, looking for Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball, but it comes out here towards Cadigan, who's trying to turn and play the ball down the line. He does so. Sam Togwell's there for Slough first, and he clears to find Chapman. Chapman clears it down the line here for Stevens to chase. Stevens, little back flick into the path of Manny Williams. Williams turns, holds the ball up, just skips past a couple of challenges, still has the ball. Trying to hold the ball up, just overrun it there, and it's blocked by him, but it falls kindly here towards Warren Harris. His touch isn't the best. He's going to have to try and win it back here off Thomas, and Thomas plays it down the line towards Clough. Clough going to hold the ball up here. Plays it first time inside, intercepted by George Wells. Oh, Wells can bring the ball forwards. He's getting past two challenges, still running with the ball. He's run 40 yards, taking a shot. Oh, it's straight at the goalkeeper. But good play by George Wells. So this game really is starting to open up here. And this second half has been a lot better than the first. Ball played forward here looking for Clough. Clough does well to win the header. Nisbet tries to get there. Oh, he's got a player back in, and Nisbet gets fouled there. And a little bit of miscommunication between Nisbet and Turner. And Nisbet was really lucky. He actually took it past Turner, but got fouled by Bolarinwa. And it's a free kick to the Rebels. Now we'll just take some time. We're coming into the 78th and 78 and a half minutes so far. Still 0-0 between the two sides. It's getting blooming cold. The rain just starting to come down again here at Gander Green. It's slightly. It's very nice. It's very light rain here at the moment, but it's going to be a long kick here by Turner from this free kick. Aims towards Dobson over the head of him, and it's gone straight out of play for a throw to Sutton United, halfway inside their own half. And it's Slough fans trying to get their team going with the Bakes and Unders Rebel Army song. Ball comes through to Nisbet, who hooks the ball. Scissor kicked it away. Back in here by Scott Davis. Won by him and finding Dobson. Dobson trying to play the ball into Stevens. It's only as far as Thomas. Thomas though being chased by Stevens. Stevens in a good foot race. Stevens still chasing Thomas down as the ball's played in here towards Cadogan. Chips the ball, hits it at Josh Jackman. It's a throw here to Sutton United. Thomas has still stayed forwards. Quick throw in here finding Eastman. Eastman just overruns it here with Scott Davis. In towards Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell's ball is poor. Headed by Kenny. His header finds Dobson. Dobson just sells William short. A good challenge by Brown. Wins the ball back. Then he hits it straight at Dobson. And the ball just not being won by anyone here at the moment. And Manny Williams coming back to defend for Slough. And it's hooked away by Wells. Over the top here for Bailey to cushion his header back towards Butler. The Sutton United goalkeeper rolls it out here to Collins. The Sutton centre-back and captain plays a long ball forwards, looking for Clough. Clough flicks it on well, a little bit behind to Bolarinwa. Oh, superb challenge by George Wells to win the ball. And then Dobson, little flick it back into the path of Wells. Wells trying to skip past the challenge and plays it down the field here for Stevens to chase. Stevens down the far-hand side, up against Beckwith. He's right by the corner flag, trying to cut back inside, still has the ball. Plays it inside to the box, stops here towards Wells. Wells takes a shot, it's blocked. And now it's a chance for Sutton United to go down the other end here. Play the ball in. Looking for Clough. Again, Nisbet is the player that's there for Slough, and then Davis clears it, plays it at the back. My finger is so sore. I don't know what I've done to it. I think I might have just accidentally almost dislocated. It's her. Anyway, ball's here with Turner. Plays the ball down the field. Dobson tries to turn and get the ball across. Brown comes across, chests it down and plays into Davis. Davis trying to spread it out here to Thomas. Thomas, the left back, being trying to bring the ball forwards, but being slowed down here by Manny Williams. Ball back here towards Collins. Collins chipping the ball forwards again. That ball looking for Clough. Headed away by George Wells. Good header, only as far as Bailey. Bailey, the right back, comes in a central position. Played it inside towards Brown. Hits Wells on the arm, but the referee says play on. Ball's here with Bolarinwa. Clough with the header. It goes all the way across the goal. Warren Harris works really hard to win the ball for Slough and plays a lovely little ball here for Jackman. Jackman can bring the ball forwards for Slough. Chips it first. Oh, first time it's a little bit too far though by Josh Jackman, and it's easy taken by Butler in the Sutton United goal. This is turning into a cracking cup tie. The ball's here with Kenny Davis looking for Clough. Clough trying to head the ball on. Nisbet's again there first for Slough. In towards Lee Togwell, hooking the ball away by Slough. Davis just he squirms the ball off the side of his foot back towards his goalkeeper. And Butler, the Sutton United goalkeeper, plays it forwards. My finger's really sore. Anyway, don't worry about my finger. Ball's played in here though to Cadogan. Plays it back here to Eastman. Eastman looking for the run of Thomas. Thomas tries to break into the box, gets across to the far post, and Bolarinwa will keep the ball in on that far hand side. Just turns, holds the ball up, gets across into the box, aim towards Clough. Clough header goalwards, but easily saved by Jack Turner in the Slough goal, lacking a little bit of power. And it's Turner to just has the ball in his hands, just dropping it down here. We're into the 83rd minute of the game, and Slough just holding on here at the moment. As Turner's just wasting a little bit of time here, waiting for Clough to chase him down before playing it out long on the far hand side. Free header though for Bailey. Will be kept in here by Bolarinwa. He can chance to run at Wells. Skips past him, keeps the ball in, then crosses first time looking for Clough. Clough takes it down on his foot. Oh, skips past a great challenge. Shoots. What a great save that is by Jack Turner. And Turner goes absolutely mad at his defence. It's gone out for a corner to Sutton United, only their second of the game. But Turner forcing a really good save out there from the shirt from Clough. First time that Clough's really taken the ball down. It's a corner on the far hand side, which Kenny Davis has gone across to take here for Sutton United. Ball bouncing around, headed by Clough, well wide of the goal though. And out of play for a goal kick. So it's 0-0 here between the two sides as we are approaching. I'll just tell you what the time is when I find my stopwatch. 84 minutes. And it's Jack Turner to take this goal kick here for Slough. Long flicked on here, trying to find Stevens. Headed away by Collins. Goes towards Brown. Brown just hammers the ball down the field. Mark Nisbet comes across for Slough. Wins it, but can't keep the ball in play. And it's out of play for a throw to Sutton United, who are putting a bit of pressure on in these last few minutes. Throw comes in towards Brown. Brown in towards Bailey. Back here towards Beckwith. Beckwith crossing the ball across his back line towards Collins. Being chased down by Manny Williams. Ball here towards Thomas. Thomas crossing the ball into the box, comes off the head of Nisbet, ball bouncing around. Eastman tries to get there. Lee Togwell gets a touch too, but Eastman wins it back and finds Davies. Davies now spreads it out here towards Thomas, the left back, who's bursting down this left hand side. Gets a cross in towards the near post. A little bit there, but Jack Turner gets there first and he gets claddered. 2 injured players here. Jack Turner's one of them. And trying to see who the other player is for Sutton United who's down in the box, but it's Eastman who was on the end of that one. He's the one that's collided with Jack Turner. Turner just, I don't know why the referee's having a word with Eastman. Eastman's just going for the ball. He's not done anything wrong. I can't understand. He's got to go for the ball. It's there to be won. But Turner just getting some treatment here at the moment. We're going to see if we can find you some, if there are any cup starts. The Slough fans have been absolutely superb this afternoon. I've got to say, they're singing there today behind the goal. They've outsung a Sutton United fan base that's got most probably 1,400 fans in it compared to the 400 from Slough. Oxford City have scored. Oxford City are beating Tranmere Rovers 3-2 at Tranmere. And that is an upset there. If Oxford City can beat Tranmere Rovers, wow-wee. Turner is alright. He's going to take the free kick here for Slough Town. We're into the 86 minutes. There'll be a few more minutes to add on. It's Turner to take this free kick for Slough. Turner, long free kick. Deep for Slough. Stevens tries to win the header. It's headed away by Beckwith. Comes out here towards Scott Davies. Slides in to try and win the ball. But it's won here by Brown for Sutton United. Plays the ball down the field looking for Clough. Comes off the head of Sam Togwell. It's Mark Nisbet who hooks the ball clear. Free header though for Collins. Heads the ball. Lee Togwell gets there first. Switches the ball forward. It's going to be a substitution for Slough. In a second. The ball comes off the head of Beckwith. Across to Thomas. Thomas plays it back towards Butler, and Butler just hammers the ball deep down the field. Wells gets there first for Slough but can't keep hold of it. Brown plays the ball forwards here to Bolarinwa. Slough got a couple of players outside of position. Slough won it back though through George Wells. Wells just runs into some trouble and Nisbet gets a touch into it. The ball still here with Brown. Oh, Brown skipping past the challenge. Still has the ball. Little dink ball in towards Clough. Clough tries to play it through. Turner dives at the feet of the players. He got caught late again. Now that is a yellow card, because that was a late challenge on Jack Turner, and that is a poor decision by Eastman. Turner dives on the ball and Eastman sticks his leg on him. That is a poor challenge, and that is a well-deserved yellow card. Trying to find you some other score upsets for you. It's Met Police 0, Newport County 2. But the big upset of the day looks like it's going to be from Oxford City. It's Tranmere Rovers 2. Oxford free. Final substitution for Slough. Coming off is going to be James Dobson. Coming on for appearance number 98 is Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn coming on for James Dobson. Dunn will fit into that left wing position. And Cadigan has just come across to Dobson to push him off the pitch because he's taking his time, is Dobson. The referee should have had a word with Cadigan, but he hasn't done so. And it's going to be a free kick to Slough. We're into the 89th minute here at the moment. Turner to take this free kick for Slough. No indication again of any added time so far from the referee. But Turner takes this free kick for Slough. Long kick here. It's going to be too far. Beckwith heads it up in the air. Not the best of defensive header. Manny Williams heads it on. Beckwith with the next header. Comes to Lee Togwell. Finding the outstretched boots of Simon Dunn. So play it to Warren Harris. Skips the ball past in. And Butler has to come out and claim the ball. Just didn't run kindly for Warren Harris there. And the ball's rolled out here towards Collins. Collins, the Sutton captain, brings it out wide and plays the ball deep again, looking for Clough. Clough runs into the back of Nisbet, pushes him over. No foul from the referee. And what's he doing now? Because he's Clough's obviously said something that the referee has taken exception to, and the referee is being pulled over by the referee. So I don't think that if he said something, you book him, surely. He doesn't book him, and it's just a talking to from the referee. It just seems to be wasting a little bit of time. 4 minutes of added time indicated here. And Davis plays the ball into the box. Oh, Turner he grabs it at the second attempt, does he? Yeah, sit down and shut up. Turner grabs the ball on the edge of his box. Some of these fans in here think that he's gone outside of his box. Absolute rubbish. Turner, long kick down the field. Oh, Stevens gets a touch to it. It comes out here towards Manny Williams. Finds Warren Harris. Just ricochets kindly. Oh, it almost finds the ball. Comes to Davis, who shoots from distance. And it's high, wide. And like myself, it's ugly. And it's nowhere near the goal. It's a goal kick here for Sutton United. We're into those 4 minutes of added time here at the moment. It's still 0-0 between the two sides. Now we'll be quite happy with this. Blooming half-time quiz. We said 0-0 and it looks like it's going to go that way. Butler will take this goal kick here as the rain is very, very light here. He kicks it, does it stay in play? It comes through. It comes off the head of Warren Harris. They'll play for a throw to Sutton United, just inside their own half. Collins throws it at Thomas to take. Thomas takes it from the wrong position. Referee says, don't care. Ball comes through. So now try and play it. They've done well. Warren Harris plays it off Bolarinwa to be a throw to the Rebels. So now we'll just ease the time out here. And they're going to let Sam Togwell take the throw, so it's going to be a long throw down the field here for Slough. He actually takes it quickly and throws it towards Jack Turner. Turner has the ball just by his 18-yard box. Plays it down the field. Long ball. Headed away by Beckwith. Stock Davis wins the next header. Simon Dunn's little ball finds Manny Williams in towards Davis. Davis trying to play the ball side. Comes off the foot of Bailey towards Butler. Butler has to hook that ball clear. And aim towards Bolarinwa, who wins the header, but only as far as Lee Togwell. Finds the ball to George Wells. Wells skips past the show. Got caught there again. Come on, get a card out, referee. How many times are you going to let these challenges go? It's a free kick here to Slough on the halfway line. It's going to be George Wells to take this free kick for the Rebels. Is it a last gasp opportunity? Nisbet has gone forwards for Slough. So Slough with a chance to put this ball in. It needs a quality delivery from George Wells. Hit with pace towards Nisbet. Oh, well headed away by Collins, the Sutton United captain. Comes here towards Clough. Holds the ball up. Nisbet tries to get there. Collins plays the ball forwards. Oh, Scott Davis heads it across towards Sam Togwell. Hooks the ball, gets caught again. Get a card out, referee. How many times are you going to let these late challenges come in and not give a card? Absolute disgrace for refereeing, this is. I've even run out a number of times they've fouled. It's been free. The last three fouls have all been late, niggly fouls by Sutton United, and the referee has done absolutely nothing about it. It's I make it 93 minutes gone, so I make a minute of added time here for this game. Long ball played forward, looking for Stevens, comes off the head of Collins, it's out for a corner. Slough have got a corner in the last minute of the game, and it's a signal for Sam Togwell and Mark Nisbet to go forwards for this corner. If Scott Davies is going to be the person that takes this corner. The noise is coming from the Slough fans behind the goal. In swinging corner here for Slough. Warren Harris is going to go on the goalkeeper. It needs a quality ball in here from Scott Davies. The ball comes in. It's going to go towards the far post. It's bounced over. Everyone gone out of play for a goal kick. I thought I'd just get you all excited and then just drop you down. Butler takes the kick quickly towards Thomas. Thomas being closed down by Manny Williams. Williams blocks the ball, and it's going to skim through to Butler. It's kept in the ball. Butler will now try and launch the ball long here for Sutton United. Long clearance down the field. Oh, Nisbet's there again for Slough. Ball comes out here towards George Wells. Just overruns it a little bit. Finds the ball though towards Simon Dunn. Dunn's going to try and feed through to Stevens. It's played back here to Butler. Butler clears under pressure, and that is the final whistle here at Gander Green Lane. It's finished. Sutton United 0, Slough Town 0, and the replay will be on Tuesday the 20th of November at Arbour Park. It's all finished here, and it's the Slough fans who have made all the noise here this afternoon, and they're being celebrated. The Slough players, are going over to the fans on the far hand side. I can't see because some dicks just stood in the way. But it's the Slough fans who will be joyous with this 0-0 score. It does mean that it's the end of their 100% winning record in the Cup away from home, and it does mean that Slough have got to play a home game in the Cup and try and win at home in the Cup, because they haven't done that yet so far. But it's the Slough Town players going over towards the Slough fans on the far hand side to congratulate them on their fantastic support here this afternoon. It's finished 0-0, and not a lot of goalmouth action. Jack Turner with a good save near the end of the second half to keep it at 0-0, but it's all over here at Gander Green Lane. The Slough fans are still partying on though on the far hand side as the Slough players group over by that corner flag to celebrate that support that's been absolutely fantastic this afternoon, as the Sutton United team come off to a few not handshakes, clapping. Not too overly enthusiastic support here at Sutton United. Unfortunately, they haven't really done much, but it's just standing in the right, let's just stand up, because this person's clearly just wants to stand up. So the Slough fans on the far hand side, they're the ones in the party atmosphere. It's finished 0-0 here at Gander Green Lane, and the Slough players come off here at the moment, and the Slough fans are still on the far hand side in party mood. 0-0 here between the two sides. Fairly even game, to be honest. Slough had more of the corners. They had 7 corners to just the 1 for Sutton United, and it was pretty even in the fouls, and both teams picked up a yellow card in the game, but Slough had 5 shots on target, 5 shots off. Sutton United had 6 shots on, 5 off. But it was a fairly even game here today. Both goalkeepers have made a couple of good saves. The Slough players just coming off, who just getting a good round of applause from the Slough fans. A lot of the parents in this of the players in this main stand here. It's all over here at Gander Green Lane. I'm absolutely frozen and I need a wee. We love non-league football here. But there you go. So all over here at Gander Green. It's finished 0-0. Thanks to all of you who have got in contact with us this afternoon. The next game for Slough will be on Tuesday evening, where they're away to Chalfont St Peter. There'll be no commentary on that game. We were just going to have a night off. I got some work I've got to work, unfortunately, so there'll be no commentary of that game. So the next time that we will be back will be next Saturday, where Slough will be at home to Woking FC in the National League South. That game will be segregated, with Woking having the Lynch Hill Academy end. Slough will have most of the other parts. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week. If you're coming down to Chalfont St Peter on Tuesday night, please come down and support the team. If not, it's next Saturday for Woking, and then that means that the Truro game will be put back. The replay for this FA Cup game will be on the Tuesday the 20th. That means poor old Truro will have to come down to Slough on yet another Tuesday night. Until then, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you all for getting in contact with us. We hope you've had an enjoyable day. We're off to go to the toilet, warm up, and get in before it rains. So there you go. Thank you all so much, and we'll be back with you next Saturday for the game against Woking FC.